you about our new Joylene jumper. She is probably one of my most favourite pieces we've ever created. Every season in the knitwear, Kel and I will do a piece that we just have to have. And this is it this season. There's three colours. There is pink clouds, there is the sage, and there is the capital blue. This is the same capital blue from last year. Just so for all the people who've already got their cardigan, there is that. This one is extremely limited. We just used the last, I think it was 12 kilos. So there's not many of that one at all. I'm just giving everybody prior warning on that one.
Buy that one first,
yeah,
and go back to the other ones.
I'm going to go through a little bit about the fit with curves and a little bit about the wool. They're all 100% merino wool. It's a really fine knit, so it's not like the cardigans. It's definitely much sort of finer, so it's more like a top. But of course, like obviously we have sort of called it a jumper because it is super, super warm, being the fine merino. The thing with the pink clouds is that we have mixed a gold lurex through it. So it is incredibly amazing. It is my dream jumper and Kel's dream jumper actually. Lurex is not a wool. My best sort of description of it is it's kind of like foiled like wrapping paper, and then it's made like it's cut really fine, and then it's on like this beautiful giant spool. God, they look amazing when you see them all in a row. And so it can be a little bit scratchy. Anybody from the sort of 70s or a lover of the 70s knows that lurex can be sort of like a little bit sort of scratchy to the skin.
But totally worth it.
But totally worth it. So you've got to be dedicated to that lurex, and it definitely does soften. So
yeah.
People who bought our gold cardigan last year with the chalkware and the gold buttons, it's exactly the same lurex. So if you could sort of think about that one, this is exactly the sort of same. With sizing, we don't make an extra small in these jumpers. They are much more of a smaller cut, and also because it's a jumper, people never seem to sort of go our extra small. So I do feel like a small in this one, and I'm not holding one, but a small in this sort of shape is like more like an 8, and we go to the 4X. In the sage and the capital blue, I wear a small. But in the lurex, because there's not as much stretch, I went the medium. I find that probably because I've got like a bigger bust, I found that the small still fit me, but I felt like you couldn't sort of see any of the sort of band. I felt like I was sort of all boobs and then the band.
It's just a firmer, like I've tried on like the 3, so I'm wearing the 3X in the sagey green colour.
Yeah.
And I did also try on the 3X in the lurex, and they were both like wearable, but you could definitely tell that the one with the lurex in it was more firm.
Yes,
so,
yes. So unless you want like a really tight fit in your lurex, stay your sort of normal size. But if you sort of want, if you kind of go, I don't mind that little bit of extra room, there's really not much between the sizes. When you look at the sizing graphs online, Kat was measuring them yesterday, and there's really not much between them. So if one's sold out or you're sort of erring on the side, definitely go bigger rather than sort of
especially
smaller.
if you're going to wear layers underneath. Like I'm wearing one of our boat necks underneath this, so if you are intending to wear it as like its own layer, I feel like you could probably go the smaller size if you're going to tuck it like I have. So even though I'm wearing a layer underneath this, you could definitely just wear it as is, as like a warmer, like, you know, basic top.
That's right.
But if you want it, I think if you are going to definitely wear something underneath it, then you know take that into consideration as well.
There's just not a lot of sizing between knitwear, like not a lot of difference. So if, like I always just kind of go, you know, go with what you sort of normally go for. But if you're finding that you don't want like the lurex and things like that to sort of be sitting so tightly to your skin, then jump up the side. So I'm in the medium. You can sort of see that I have a sort of like, it is fitted on me. I do have a little bit of sort of room up through the top and stuff like that, but I quite like that. I've got it out and over my Ripley dress, so I like how jumpers can sort of turn a whole dress into a totally different outfit. And I've got the band here, and then I've sort of belted it to make it look a little bit different. And Curves is wearing it tucked in so you don't see the band at all, and that looks really cute as well.
So I think like lots of different ways, and I've also cuffed the sleeve up again because I don't like things around my wrist. So cuffed up. Which is good, so you can, you know, make them like they're a bit longer if you want to wear them down. But it's also like you can totally cuff them as well.
That's right. And I'll just run forward and just show you that detail sort of through the neckline. So that's all a flat knit, and then we've done this kind of like little piqué kind of knit up through here just to sort of create a little bit of different Kel today has it on with a cute little brooch just here. And
It's
that looked,
perfect
it
for
did.
brooch placement.
God, it looked really good.
Yeah.
I was like, I need that. Obviously not short of brooches at all. So that's our Joylene jumper. I hope you love her. She's our next installment in the knitwear, and there will be lots of installments coming through the knitwear. I know you're all really dedicated to it, and you're definitely keeping Bill going and keeping him busy.